and welcome back to another episode of Power Rangers Lore. Today we're going to talk about that mystical man who's able to deliver millions upon billions of presents to all the good boys and girls out there, as well as deliver coal to all those that are naughty in the Power Rangers universe, and that is Santa Claus. Now, Santa Claus is pretty controversial to put in any type of TV shows, and you're about to go, what do you mean by controversial? Well, there's a lot of different religions out there, and Power Rangers didn't want to, upset anybody for a long time. And you're going to go, what do you mean? There's a bunch of specials. Well, that's true, but only recently there's been specials. Mighty Morphin had 2 episodes or say that had Santa Claus at all in them. Now, they did have Christmas somewhere in the background, or the hinting of Christmas in the background, but it wouldn't be until, again, Samurai that we could see actual talking of Christmas as a whole and Santa Claus mentioned at all. Now, the first instance in Mighty Morphin, we have a holiday special known simply as Alpha's Christmas Special, essentially. It's where basically Alpha is back at the command center all alone with Zordon, of course, setting up decorations and wishing the Rangers well, but he misses them and he wishes that he could go to the North Pole with them to help Santa pack for that night's trip. And basically Zordon wishes him well and summons forth the children into the command center, and they all sing Christmas carols. Alpha breaks the fourth wall several times, and it's a good old time, and the Rangers pop in and go, "Merry Christmas, Alpha," and then they quickly disappear because they gotta go back to their own families or something like that. It's never really explained, but hey, whatever. And Alpha's a lot happier. Now, that whole special was not to basically go for Christmas, but it's to basically introduce Alpha as a more popular character to, apparently, the viewers, because that was the main reason for putting it out there. Now, it was good for marketing wise, and it worked well for the 90s, but it would have not worked well nowadays. Now, going through this, if you never saw that episode, you didn't have to, because Alpha's Magical Christmas, instead of Alpha's Christmas Special, it's Alpha's Magical Christmas, was just a non-canon series, special that was put on there, sent to exclusive Power Ranger fan club members only, and that was it. That's how we all knew about it. It went straight to VHS. If you don't know what VHS is, yikes. It's basically before DVDs. Yeah. So that would be the one time we'd see him. It wouldn't be until Lord Zed got an idea to go visit Santa's shop and go, I'm going to take over Christmas by making the elves make mind control devices to control the children into being his servants. Basically, he could threaten the families. If you don't do what I say, your child will do whatever I say, beat you up, or jump off a bridge and be really hurt, and you never know what to do. Now the Rangers volunteer to try and stop him, but their powers don't work in the North Pole. It's not really explained why, but it does for some reason. And in the end, the Power Rangers succeed in defeating the bad guys and once again help Santa prepare the presents. And that'd be in I'm Dreaming of a White Ranger. Again, playing on the fact that a White Ranger name. I love puns, but good God, they make so many White Ranger puns. It's bad. Now, the actor who played in that episode for Santa also would play the same role of Santa Claus in Masked Rider and VR Troopers. Be pretty interesting in my opinion that he would do so, but he does do that. Now, the first time ever being back introducing Santa or Christmas itself in Power Rangers would be in the Power Rangers Samurai Christmas Special, Christmas Together, Friends Forever, which is mainly just a clip show while the Rangers get everything going back and forth and showing the spirit of Christmas, and it's basically giving gifts, not receiving them. And that's basically it. There isn't really Santa introduced besides what's in the background of just Christmas itself there, but that's kind of what that episode's all about. Now, it wouldn't be until the end of the episode of the next following thing that we would again see the same thing as before, as Bulk and Skull are chasing Santa on the moon for unknown reasons of how they got up there, but basically, I don't know if they're dreaming or not. I think they're just dreaming in truth. but they're basically going after Santa Claus for unknown reasons. The whole episode is basically just another clip show, while also showing stay together and all the different plans they had, as well as working together as a proper family. Now, it wouldn't be until we actually see Santa in a more upfront role, would be in Dino Charge. Now, Santa will call the Dino Charge Rangers for help, though most people aren't concerned the fact that he could just break into communication wise. I was more concerned by the reaction, as Poisandra has stolen his computer because she figured out all the listing of the naughty and nice people are on there, and she wanted to make sure. Well, she found out really quickly that she's on the naughty list and wasn't going to get any presents, but only coal. This kind of upset her. So, yeah, she put us up to that real quick. So basically, she still watched a bunch of videos, realized what it meant to be naughty and nice, and went, if that's what there is, no one's ever going to get this thing back, because then it ruins all Christmas. It throws him off his list. Ha 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 ha. Well, she fails, because the Rangers get back the computer back, and Santa repays them by giving Chase Randall, the Black Dino Charge Ranger, a ride to New Zealand for Christmas on his sleigh, because he was missing his family, and it's basically the whole thing was like, oh, I'm gonna miss my family this year, it's the first time ever, and they take him there, and it's really actually a nice episode for that end. You're like, oh, cool, that guy kind of got his good there. Now, Santa Claus would later contact the Rangers to tell them that his supply of coal has been stolen, because the monsters again were upset that they were gonna get coal for this year. But it was traced back to Heximus and his Vivix. Now, they defeat Heximus, and Santa Claus arrives to join the Rangers at their Christmas party. And they party, woo! Eggnog all around. Yo, now, he would appear again, the very same actor, playing the very same role of Santa Claus, in another special episode of Ninja Steel. Now, in Ninja Steel, it would be past, present, and future, where none other than Sarah and Santa Claus must travel through time to save the day, as Cleotra, yeah, that's a name I cannot pronounce really quickly, Cleotra freezes the Power Rangers in revenge for defeating Cattle Clock. Yes. So basically they have to go back in time, and they end up saving the day, ending this Christmas special. However, there'd be one more time, kinda. Now, it would be, again, with Poisandra, as the Rangers are celebrating Christmas, and their holiday is interrupted by none other than Sledge and his crew of Sledge, Poisandra, and Wrench, as they care to ruin Christmas. It was called the Poisey Show, but it was supposed to be called Sledge's Last Christmas, and be the destruction and last appearance of them, but they realized they're going to use them later on through Beast Morphers and the like. Now, this would be the last time that Sabin would put on Power Rangers, and it would go to Hasbro after this point, so a whole different thing would happen here. But Santa never stopped apparently appearing up in episodes. That would be in the episode known as Skrazals Revenge, as the Rangers are going to celebrate Christmas when the town is attacked, and Nate, Zoe, and Devin are transformed into Christmas ornaments. Now, Steel kind of is like, oh, what is this? Cool. And volunteers to free the humans from their imprisonment, but it's a more complicated process, as he also takes Skrazal's Christmas tree. I don't know why Skrazal has a Christmas tree, but he does. And then time goes on, they defeat Skrazal, and things could happen, and eventually they are freed from the imprisonment of being Christmas ornaments, when none other than Santa Claus shows up and goes, good job, Rangers, you didn't ruin Christmas by getting turned into Christmas ornaments. Yay! I don't even know why he even showed up, in truth. Like, besides that he was going to ruin Christmas, but, like, that's it. And so far, that is the last instance of Power Rangers having Santa Claus in there. Now, we are supposed to get one more in none other than the special known simply as Secret Santa. Now, that's going to be very interesting to watch, because it's supposed to come out on October 15th for Netflix, or December 18th for Nickelodeon. I wonder if you guys are interested in this. I have not seen the episode yet. I need to go watch it, but I probably will very soon. And by very soon, I mean the 18th of this month. So I hope you guys have a good one. That is Santa Claus in here. Remind you of the quick little facts we've learned so far. In the North Pole, Power Rangers do not have their powers because apparently that affects the morphing grid, and I don't understand why either. He has not changed actors only a few times, and he still remains the same actor all the way up to this point, starting at Samurai. It's a pretty good gig, I have to say there. Now, do we expect him to do anything more or get any more explanations? Probably not. It's really hard to give an explanation, and I don't see why they should. I hope you guys have a good one. May the power protect you always, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope you guys have a good Christmas, a very Merry Christmas. Be safe, guys.